Solvent recycling. Okay, firstly, what is solvent recycling? Solvent recycling is when contaminated solvents are recycled using a variety of treatments, processing techniques, and specialized equipment, depending on the type of solvent and contamination present. By introducing IPPC or Integrated Pollution Prevention Control Directive, solvent recycling is important for regulation of solvent use and disposal. It is known that solvent recycling removes soils, debris, and oil from used solvent. So, why solvent recycling? Right. To put it simply enough, certain solvents such as acetone and hexane, after being used in companies or laboratories, they will be recycled, all in order to support the environment, such as by reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and to lower our dependence on new and limited resources. All it needs now is to use the right process for each particular solvent. So here we have a list of common solvents that can be recycled.
So I want to explain about my part how to prevent the incident. So how to prevent the incident by good chemical management practices. So the first one, manage inventory well. A good inventory management lowers inventory, which requires less space for storage, lower carrying costs, and less capital tied up in stored materials. Understanding when, where, and how materials are used gives an organization the tools to determine where in the process usage can be reduced, when alternative material can be introduced, and or which process or units are good candidates for sharing chemicals. So, an effective inventory management system can improve the sharing or distribution of chemicals. Okay, the second one, manage and reduce hazardous waste. So the obvious step is to cost savings in waste or disposal is to minimize the waste. Chemical waste disposal is the most expensive cost associated with a chemical, and sometimes it is greater than the cost to purchase that chemical. Process evaluation with an understanding of the cost associated with disposal of hazardous waste or regulated materials will uncover savings opportunities in this area. So the last one, track chemicals efficiently. So the supply chain management can also help optimize shipment methods, routes, and vendors for overall cost and time efficiency. Barcode labels are one of the best support tools for inventory control, waste minimization, and environmental compliance and reporting. Next, we go to the responsibility. So the first one, principal investigators and department managers, they have the responsibility of ensuring that personnel working under their supervision have attended training and are following university protocols. So the second one, lab safety coordinators, they are asked to ensure that weekly inspections of all chemical waste accumulation area are conducted and to serve as the liaisons between laboratories and EHS to get questions answered and problems resolved. So the last one, environmental health and safety EHS department, they have to remove chemical waste from labs and other areas on campus where they are generated and manage them to do their final destination of science and provide written guidance outlining the university's hazardous waste procedures.
Now we'll explain about discussion relevant acts, law or regulation to control this incident from happening or to minimize the impact if it's occur. Solvent recycling related to simple distillation. Any incident like liquid spilling, flammable liquid or mercury spill could be occur when the process ongoing, which can lead to serious condition health problem. There is a few action and acts to be taken that recommended for cleaning the simple spill. Steps should be taken during the spill cleanup. First, you need to prevent the spread of dust and vapors. If substance is volatile or can produce airborne dust, close the laboratory door and increase ventilation to prevent the spread of dust and vapors to other area. Second step is neutralize acid and base if possible, which is spill of most acid and base. Once neutralized, it can be mopped up and restocked. Is to control the spread of the liquid. If it's too much, make a dike around the edge of spilling and use the absorbent material such as spill pillows. The fourth step is to collect and contain the cleanup residue. For neutralized spill, scoop or swab and put it into the basket or container. For the dry powder or liquid, absorb it to the dryness. For the fifth step is to dispose the waste. Clean up and contact environmental health and safety officer for guidance in the packaging and labeling cleaning residue. The last step is decontaminate the area and affected equipment. Ventilating the spill area such as open the windows or use fan unless the area is under negative pressure. Some cases need environment health and safety officer to test the air to ensure that hazardous vapors are gone. Next, through the department such as MIDA. MIDA is an agency that related to oversee and drive investment into the manufacturing and service sector in Malaysia. For me, MIDA can influence for any industry that release chemical waste to use the solvent recycling service to enhance the environment safety according to the benefits it could give. Lastly, officer or people in charge need to aware when to service the solvent recycle instrument or machine. Officer in any industry that use solvent recycling need to know that solvent recycling machine only can be used for 15 years only after the installation to make sure the machine functioning well for any chemical distillations. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.